Good afternoon, students. The previous day we started a new chapter called Our Country India. At that day we completed the locational and political division of India and a part of the physical division of India. As that day we get to know that the physical division of India divided into 6 parts. The northern mountain we completed most of the northern mountain at that day. The northern mountain is contained two mountain ranges. These are the Karakoram and the Himalayas. The Himalaya is further divided into 3 parts. These are Himadri or Greater Himalayas, Himachal or Lesser Himalayas, and Shivalik or Outer Himalayas. Today we will discuss it broadly. Himadri or Greater Himalayas. Himadri or Greater Himalayas lies to the extreme north of the India. They are snow covered for most of the years, being approximately 6,000 meters above the sea level on average. So, the Himadri or Greater Himalaya is the highest range of our country or actually of the world. So, its height from the sea level is approximately 6,000 meters. And as we know, the temperature is fall with the increasing of the height of a place. So these mountain ranges are snow covered all over the year. Melting snow from these high ranges provided water for great rivers of the northern plain all years. The Gangotri and Yamunotri glaciers are found here, giving rise to rivers Ganga and Yamuna respectively. So, as the mountain ranges are snow covered all of the year, this gives us water in the form of rivers. Gangotri and Yamunotri are two glaciers from which the Ganga and Yamuna river formed, and these are two most important rivers of northern plain. Himachal or Lesser Himalayas. Himachal or Lesser Himalayas lies to the north of the Himadri. They are covered with forest on their slope. These mountains are about 4,000 meters to 5,000 meters from the sea level. Many important hill stations such as Shimla, Nainital, Mussoorie, Dalhousie, Darjeeling are located here. The Kashmir, Kangra, Kulu valleys are located between Himachal and Himadri ranges. So Himachal or Lesser Himalayas lies to the south of the Himadri. The slope of these mountains are covered with forest. The height of these mountains are 4,000 to 5,000 meters above the mean sea level. Many important hill stations such as Shimla, Nainital, Mussoorie, Dalhousie, Darjeeling are located there. These hill stations are also very famous tourist spot. The Kashmir, Kangra Valley and Kulu Valley located between Himachal and Himadri ranges. Shivalik or Outer Himalayas. Shivalik or Outer Himalayas is the southernmost Himalayan range. On average, it is 900 to 1100 meters above the sea level. Being made up of mud, sleet and other stones, it is the prone of earthquake and landslide. Shivalik is famous for the presence of scenic latitude of valleys and dunes. Dehradun is one of such dunes. The region is based on Shivalik is known as the Bhavar, where there is a deposit of pebbles, gravel, sands. To the south are the deposit of the soil called Tarai. So Shivalik is the southernmost part of Himalayan range and it is the lowest range of Himalaya. The range is 900 to 1100 meters from the mean sea level. This mountain range is made up of mud, sleet and stone. It is famous for its scenic beauty. One of the famous dunes of this area is Dehradun. The region is based on Shivalik is known as the Bhavar. There is a deposit of pebble, gravel and sand. So Bhavar is the deposition of gravel, stones and pebbles and sands. To the south, there is a deposition of soil called the northern plains that lies to the south of the Himalayan are built entirely of alluvial deposition. They are extensive, low, flat and fertile. These plains stretch from above 2400 km from Punjab in west to Assam in the east. They are very wide from 150 to 400 km. So the northern plains is situated the northern part of Himalaya, and it is built entirely by the alluvial deposition which carried by the rivers of Himalayan ranges like Ganga, Yamuna and its tributaries. They are extensive, low, flat, fertile. These plains stretch for about 2400 km from Punjab in the west to the Assam in the east. So the extension of this plain is about 2400 km, and its west boundary is Punjab and east boundary is Assam. They vary the width from 150 km to 400 km. Three main river basins can be identified in northern plains: the Indus basin, the Ganga basin and Brahmaputra basin. So the northern plain is divided by three basins. These are the Indus basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. The Indus basin lies in the Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab. This basin is drained by the river Indus and its tributary Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. So the main tributaries of Indus is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. The rich Doab supports intensive agriculture and large population. Indus originates beyond the Himachal near the lake Manas Sarovar and drain into the Arabian Sea. So the basin of the Indus is very fertile and it supports intensive agriculture and a large amount of population. It is originated from Manas Sarovar and drained into the Arabian Sea. The Ganga basin covers a major portion of the northern plain. The Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier in Himalayas. And another important river is Ganga. Ganga is the largest river of India and it's originated from the Gangotri Glacier. Yamuna is its main tributary, and Yamuna, which originated from Yamunotri Glacier, is the main tributary of Ganga. Other tributaries are Ghagra, Gandok, Gomti, Koshi on the left and Chambal, Betwa, Ken, Son, Damodar are right bank tributaries, and the land is gradually sloped to eastward. So the main tributaries of Ganga are Gandok, Gomati, Koshi in the left bank, Chambal, Betwa, Ken, Son, Damodar in the right bank. The land is gradually sloped to the eastward. So the Ganga is a east facing river and it is drained to the Bay of Bengal. The Brahmaputra rises very close to the Indus near the Manas Sarovar and flow eastward parallel to the Himalayas in Tibet and China as Shangpo. So Brahmaputra is also originated near the Manas Sarovar and its flows parallel to the Himalaya in Tibet and China as the Shangpo. So in the Tibet and China region, the name of the Brahmaputra is Shangpo. It enters in India through the Arunachal Pradesh and Assam to meet the Ganga. In Bangladesh, it known as Meghna and Yamuna. So Brahmaputra flows from China to Bangladesh from India. In China and Tibet, it is known as Shangpo. In India, it is basically known as Brahmaputra, and in Bangladesh it is known as Meghna and Jamuna. It re-enters in India and drains into the Bay of Bengal. Then it again re-enters to the India and it drains to the Bay of Bengal. The Ganga Brahmaputra delta is the world's largest and fastest growing one. The delta is triangle shaped deposit and features as the mouth of river. It is made up of several islands. Distributaries formed because the river choked its own channel with the slit deposition. It is good for cultivation because the soil of these islands are very fertile. So in the confluence, Ganga and Brahmaputra made a very large delta, which is triangular and in shape, and it is divided into many small islands, and the land of this island is very fertile, and this island is called as the Sundarban. It is the largest mangrove island of the world, and it is also the largest delta. The Great Peninsular Plateau. The triangular peninsular plateau lies to the south of the southern plain, and it is the oldest landmass of India. It is composed of the hard igneous rock and metamorphic rock. The peninsula has two distinct parts, Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. The two plateaus are separated by Vindhya and Satpura range. The southern part of the northern plain is called the Peninsular Plateau. This is a triangular shaped plateau, and it is composed by metamorphic rock and igneous rock. This plateau is subdivided into two parts. These are Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. And this Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau is divided by the Satpura range and Vindhya range. These are several low hills and ranges enclosing the plateau from the three sides. The Malwa Plateau and the Central Highland, bounded by Aravalli in the northwest and the old Vindhyan mountain in the south. The Malwa Plateau slopes toward Ganga basin in the east, where it is called as Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand in the southern Uttar Pradesh. The Malwa Plateau is surrounded by Aravalli in the northwest and Vindhya in the south part, and Malwa is sloped toward Ganga, where it is called as Bundelkhand, and in south of the Uttar Pradesh it is called as Baghelkhand. It expands as a Choto Nagpur Plateau in Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. So Malwa Plateau is named as Choto Nagpur Plateau in Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. It is distincted by tributaries of river Ganga. Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau, the triangular shaped Deccan Plateau south of the Vindhya, is the highest highly dissected volcanic plateau and tilts eastward. As a result, most of the peninsular rivers flow down the slope except Narmada and Tapi as they flow westward Rift Valley. The Godavari is the largest and of the peninsular India. It is known as the Ganga of South. The Deccan Plateau is formed by the volcanic eruption, and the slope of this plateau is eastward. So most of the peninsular rivers flows down the slope and meet to the Bay of Bengal, except two rivers Narmada and Tapi, as they flow westward through the Rift Valley. The longest river of the peninsular plateau is Godavari. It is also called the Ganga of the South. It is bound to the north by the Satpura range, Mahadev Hill, Maikal Hill and Kaimur Hills. The most continuous western Ghat from its western edge. It has 4 passes of which Palghat is the widest. The discontinuous hills on the eastern edge form form the Eastern Ghats. So, in the eastern part of the peninsular plateau, there is a continuous range of mountains that is called Eastern Ghat, and in the western part there is a continuous mountain range which is called Western Ghats. They are very old and highly eroded mountains. Both Eastern Ghat and Western Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. Annamudi is the highest peak of Deccan. The highest peak of Deccan is Anai Mudi, and the Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat meet at the Nilgiri Hills. The northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau is covered by lava flows that spread out and occupy the whole Maharashtra, part of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and regions has very fertile black soil. So the Deccan Plateau is most of the northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau is covered by the lava flows which spread to the Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, part of Gujarat. The region is very fertile and it is very useful to cultivate the cotton. Students, today we completed the Himadri or Greater Himalaya, Himachal or Lesser Himalaya, Shivalik or Outer Himalaya, the Northern Plains and the Great Peninsular Plateau. The next day we will start from the Great Indian Desert, Coastal Plain, the island regions and the geographical unity of India. I hope you understand today's lesson. If you have any problem, you can contact me through message or call. Thank you.